Welcome. I'm Karen Marsdale. I'm Senior Vice President at the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm here today with a member spotlight. And joining me for this member spotlight, and thank you so much, Scott, for joining us today. Scott Burky is from Rhoads Energy.
Thanks, Karen.
And lots to talk about because you've got many things going on with expansion and all that's working in the community of the energy business. So you've been a longtime member, and you cover a footprint between Berks County, Lancaster, and tell me what's new.
It's definitely a wild time after a warm winter, which didn't really help our business because we're driven by a very seasonal.
I know, depending on what side of that that truck you're on, right?
And the current weather, I don't know that we're ever going to see a warm weather, so that would be helpful for our air conditioning business. But no, it's been really fun. Rhoads Energy has been in business since 1917. It's interesting. The story, the background is Mr. Rhoads founded the company out of a rail car. He sold kerosene in Quarryville, which is south of Lancaster County, and our owner's grandfather worked for Mr. Rhoads as sort of his hey you guy around the farm and helped him with all of his businesses. And that's really how the DeBurdine family got involved with Rhoads Energy, which is now the Rhoads Energy family of companies. And it's been an exciting period. We came into Berks County really back in 2009.
And I remember that.
Yeah, we joined up with E.G. Smith and Boyertown Oil and Propane, and really it was just a great opportunity with another family-owned business, and really the current owners of the businesses at that time were looking for a family-owned business like ours.
To acquire them.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure there was a local feel, they wanted to make sure local staff stayed here in the county. And we've been really fortunate. We're up to about 95 employees right now, and almost half of those are here in Berks County.
That's wonderful. And just a little aside, because the Chamber does do, and for 3 years now, we've been creating a family business alliance, and it's been working really, really well. And that whole family business component is so important to growth and to prosperity in communities. So it's interesting to see that the company wanted. Those companies wanted to stay with a family-owned business.
Absolutely.
So it's interesting.
It speaks volumes to their business and how they grew it over the years.
Their ethics, et cetera.
Absolutely.
Great. So then fast forward.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting ride. We, since 2010, we become a licensed supplier of natural gas. So for folks that are looking for choice, they can stay with UGI as their provider, but they've got a lot of choices. Rhoads Energy would be one of those.
Sure.
That helped us let folks know we do more than just deliver heating oil. We got into the propane business about 3 years ago, so now we deliver propane to thousands of customers across our marketplace.
And what would let me interrupt for a moment. What would what does your typical customer look like with propane?
Yeah, so a typical customer for us is mainly residential. Really within Berks County or Lancaster County, as you mentioned. We're now into Lebanon County as well, so within that trade area. And probably looking to use, heat their home, maybe use propane for cooking, use it for their dryer, and maybe outdoor cooking is becoming a big thing now as folks build their outdoor
beautiful
external,
kitchens, outdoor kitchens.
Yeah, so folks are looking at and their pools. So if you use propane to heat your pool, it's a great time to say, well, why don't I hook it up to my gas grill? And now I've got it all. I'm not replacing my 20-pound cylinders. I just run it all off of a big propane tank. So.
Wow,
yes,
that's really interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, fun stuff. So, so the business has really evolved. We also are the channel partner, they call it, but basically the local partner for the Voyager fleet card. So for businesses that have one to any number of hundreds of vehicles, they want to manage their fleet expenses. They use this fleet card. Use it anywhere, Turkey Hill, Sheetz, Wawa, Sunoco, really anywhere a Visa card can be used, and it provides really summarized reporting, online tracking tools. And fleet managers like it because it's one-stop shop to basically say, okay, how many how many gallons did our company use? How many gallons are running through a certain vehicle? And they can also do their maintenance purchases for oil changes with that card too.
So how long have you been when did that evolve?
That started in 2010 too. So it was a wild year as we joined up with E.G. and Boyertown, E.G. Smith and Boyertown Oil and Propane in 2009. At the end of the year, these two products came along middle of 2010.
How is that working for you?
It's working really well. We've got some great partnerships, and that's really what we try and seek out as good partners. So like Shellkoff's service center over in West Lawn, we put a fill station in there for customers that want to fill their propane tanks for their gas grills. We're actually using that to fill propane-powered vehicles. So we've got vehicles that run on propane as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
well,
exciting.
I'm learning a lot today about the energy world, but that is great.
Yeah,
and you have a partnership with the York Chamber.
Actually, with the Lancaster Chamber.
Lancaster Chamber,
we've done really well.
Okay.
Again, Turkey Hill, ourselves, and the Lancaster Chamber, it's a win-win-win. Customers get the traditional 3 cents off a gallon with Turkey Hill's rewards card. They get another 2 cents through the program, and then we give a little bit back to the chamber on every gallon that's pumped. So program's now up to about 100 businesses that are participating, and it's over 100,000 gallons a month now.
Wow, that's
really grown.
that's a great way to really double or triple that message by just getting it out there to chamber members. And so what would typically, and I don't want to get caught up on this because I know we have a lot to talk about, but typically what is the size of that ideal customer at the chamber that you're looking for?
It's really ranged, and you know this with the chamber itself. It could be the sole proprietor that's running their own business, and that they've got one vehicle. The one company is a large, we've got some HVAC, heating and air conditioning companies that are out with 20 or 30 vans to a couple of larger companies probably have 50 or 60 vehicles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to discuss that.
Yeah,
Sounds like a good program.
Good opportunity.
Wow, you're really on the go. So next step is you've got an exciting week coming up here.
We do. We as some news has been out recently. So with our growth, we're actually looking to break ground Friday, May 20th, for a new building for E.G. Smith. It's going to be our headquarters for E.G. Smith here in town, and we're excited. We had looked for quite a while, and finally decided we're going to start fresh, new space out in Sinking Spring, Lower Heidelberg Township, and it's about 3 miles from our current office. So we think for customers that's not too far away, but we're really excited.
And what's going to be located there?
Yeah, so it'll be all of our operations. So any of the staff, if you call in looking for service on your heating and air conditioning equipment, if you're looking to get a delivery of heating oil or propane scheduled, that'll all be there. We're going to have our 30,000 gallon propane tank is being moved to that location.
Okay.
So that'll really be great for our drivers. They can fill up first thing in the morning and just head right out to our customers. And we're actually very close to the terminal where all of our heating oil trucks fill up every day. So it puts us really about a mile away from that now. We're very excited about that.
So were there any other possibilities in terms of where you were going to locate that building, or did you always look at that Spring Township and Berks County community?
Yeah, absolutely. It was going to be Berks County, and I think with we still have some folks that walk in to pay their bill, and so
that's interesting.
Yeah, so we wanted to stay in that region where people know. The tough part, we're right on Penn Avenue now, so everybody kind of knows where E.G. Smith is, but so now we're going to be off the main drag a little bit, but I think folks don't know where to find us. So.
Well, it's great. We always love to hear expansion. We like to hear economic development, and breaking new ground, I think, is all about that.
Yeah.
Do you think that it will also be opportunistic for more employment?
We do. What we're finding with the growth we're going through in the different regions we're in, that we need to start to look at, centralization is a tough word because people get concerned about their job, but I think we're realizing that there's just great opportunity here in Berks County with the access to great employees, that we should be able, as we grow, continue to grow into the space we're building. We're excited about that. We've got our staff in Boyertown, that are going to stay in the Boyertown market. Again, we've got customers that come in that building and they know the staff really well, and we don't want to change that.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that, which is loyalty and a sense of being close enough to your customer base and them knowing you're there as a local entity, which is important. But then growth is also equally as important, and you have to really kind of move with the times too.
Yeah, and as you say that, one thing that's interesting, folks in Berks County may not know, Rhoads Energy is actually working with local school districts to switch out to propane-powered buses.
Oh, interesting.
So we found, and the school districts are finding significant savings, and that's really helping the taxpayers.
Oh my gosh,
we know they need that
any
so
place
bad.
I can find savings is just a win-win.
Yeah, and this is, these are savings in the tune of, 2 commas in the number. So this is more than $1 million of savings.
Wow.
So Hempfield in Lancaster County, Council Rock School District, it's closer to Philadelphia, and they're working on a third school district that's going to come online here in August for the new school year. So
great. That'd be great to hear this time next year that maybe one of our school districts in Berks County has made that leap. Because
Absolutely.
certainly that's Interesting. Well, I learned something new today about propane buses and all the other things that it's no longer just the heating oil.
Correct, right.
And of course the whole gamut of energy. And we didn't get a chance to really talk about the you can't turn on the news without hearing about the price of energy, the ups, the downs, and it's
Right.
one of those moving markets.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you always have to stay on top of that.
You
which
do,
is
and real
tough.
quick, I mean, not to take a lot of time, but it's been really good for our customers because prices are down, so they can better afford to heat their homes. It's better for us because their bills are lower, so they tend to pay us on time and
Sure.
sooner. And so for us, we've been really happy the price is down. Oil at $4, heating oil at $4 a gallon doesn't help anybody out.
Absolutely.
It just is very difficult.
Sure, exactly. Well, I will tell you that I really appreciate you taking the time today, Scott, because I know it's a busy week for you with the groundbreaking coming up, and you've been a long time, along with the other companies, supportive of the chamber.
Absolutely.
And we really appreciate that because I think the work that we do is so important in community and economic development. So you're a perfect example of what we like to see, which is growth and stability and all the other things that go along with new ideas, new programming that you're thinking of, and being entrepreneurial about an industry
Yeah.
that you're in.
Definitely, and the Chamber's been a great resource. I mean, it's a great way to meet a lot of local folks, get introduced to their businesses, and just get to know each other. And when timing's right, there could be partnerships that come out of that. So
Absolutely,
it's been a great benefit.
It's relational. Everything is relational, and that's
Absolutely.
what a lot of people don't think about. But you've caught it, and you understand it. Well, Scott, thank you so much for being with us, and look forward to the ribbon cutting or the groundbreaking, and then the ribbon cutting to come. Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. So
Definitely.
thanks so much today for being with us.
Sure, thank you for the opportunity. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.